Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
What's happening, everybody? I want to welcome you back to another episode of the Account for Life podcast. Here's what we're talking about today. We're talking about why so many business owners fail, or why so many businesses fail. Today, man, I'm going to get real. I'm going to get truthful, and I'm going to share some things about my career over the past 20 years that would put me in this group. But you know what? There were some things that I did that kept me going, that helped me to not just quit. So guys, listen up. Today's going to be action packed. I'm going to give you the three, I think it's three ways that you can know if you're not going to fail. Like, I'm going to give you those 3 ways, and hopefully you'll apply them, to your life and to your business so that you can get to new levels in your life and your business. So thank you so much for joining, and let's jump right into this. So I think I've talked about this many times. I think maybe even a couple of weeks ago, I talked about, reasons, at least one reason why businesses or business owners fail. And I was thinking about this morning as I was driving home from the gym. Man, I'm gonna tell you, man, you got to get something in your life that you do every day that you didn't really want to do, but after you finish, you feel invigorated and just excited. I was excited driving home, man, because I was just like, man, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at something that I've been doing for a long time because I keep doing it. Had this conversation with my son today. I was, just kind of helping him with learning something new and understanding what learning is. And learning is doing. That's all learning is. Learning is doing something over and over. Mastery is doing it at a level. Mastery is doing it at a level that you no longer have to think about it. You no longer have to wonder, does that work or not? No, you just know what it is. And when you're thinking about business is really simple, man. I've heard some really successful business owners say, look, at the end of the day, man, business is not hard. It's not that, well, I'm not gonna say it. It's not that it's so hard. It's just that most people won't do boring things. Man, I'm one of those people that's not even one of my points today. Most people won't do boring things because in order to be successful in business, you're going to have to do something that's boring, something that you've been doing for a long time, and you can't keep switching up. Now, you can improve, but you're not switching up from what it is that you've been attempting to do, which is be successful in your business. So I was reading some passages of scripture. Probably last year, I was introduced to the scripture, had read it before, and it's been in my spirit for a while, and I remembered it, and I says, oh my goodness, this scripture is action packed. This scripture has things in it that many of us, man, we could be successful if we understood these principles. So why do business owners fail? So after 20 years, I looked over and I said, what's been my biggest obstacle? What is it? Okay, now, but let me back up. I've been in business for 20 years, and I would have to say that I've had a job for 20 years. I've pretty much taken, which I've been expanding on it in 2021, 2022. I'm getting better. Not anywhere where I'd like to be. But I'm not doing bad, So when I look at my business and I say, you're doing okay. You got a really good job. You got to think about if you had a good job. I was just thinking about this, and you may have a really good job. Think about when you see people at your job that make $300,000 a year, $500,000, you would be like, oh my goodness, they're killing it, man. How can you get a job like that? Well, that's the kind of business I got, right? I make good money, right? Good money, right? But when I look at what a business is, that's not quite what a business is. And so Why is it that many business owners fail from the beginning? All right, write this down. Number one, many business owners fail because they don't define what their intention is. So what is your intention? So one of the first things we have to do as a business owner is define what our intentions are going to be. I'm going to read this passage for you because I think you need to understand it. And we're going to walk through the passage of scripture in Luke chapter 14. I could share that with you. I'll go ahead and share the screen. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Luke chapter 14, and we're going to start at verse number 28. Let me get that queued up for you so you can see it with me. How about that? So here's what it says. It says, for which of you intending to build a tower sitteth not down first and counteth the cost, whether he has sufficient money to finish it. And packed within this one verse is everything you need to know. So the first thing is what is your intention? This person, Jesus is talking about the intention of building something. So let's take tower out and put business. Your intention is to build a business. So if your intention is to build a business, what is a business supposed to do? A business can do two things. It can solve a problem, which that's a really good thing, or it can provide a solution. That's really the same thing. Solve a problem, provide a solution. So either way, you have to look at your business from that level, right? And what that means is you go to the marketplace, you say, oh, shoot, people need toilet paper. Man, let me provide some toilet paper. Oh, my goodness. Listen, right now, the IRS is gearing up for you. The IRS is gearing up for your business. The little guys, the tiny ones, the ones $500,000 or less, $500,000 or less, they're coming for your business. They're coming to say, let's squeeze a little bit more out of your business, because they know people $500,000 or less are pretty unorganized and they can probably get the most money. So right now with the Inflation Reduction Act, think about the name of this. Inflation Reduction Act said that we're going to go after small businesses. Do you think that's fair? Now, I'm not saying that life should be fair, but do you think that's fair? We should go after the small businesses who are everyone that maybe you had a job and you had to go into business. They said, we're going to come after you. We're going to hire 80,000 new IRS revenue agents. They're not auditors. They're not accountants. They're revenue agents, right? And they're going to schools. They're probably showing up at schools. They're showing up at all the colleges. They can get all the kids. They're going to offer them great packages to come and work for them so that they can come to your business, so that they can squeeze more out of your business because they know you're unorganized. They know you're unorganized. So one of the things you got to understand is, what is your intention? Solve a problem. IRS said, we're going to solve a problem, right? We're going to solve a problem because we need to get more money for the government. We're going to take some money from the small business owner in order to make this work. So you got to have your intentions set, because if your intentions are not set, then failure is imminent. Failure is bound to happen. So what's your intention? That's the first thing. In business owners fail because they do not set their intentions on what it is that they need to be set on, which is solving a problem, providing a solution in the marketplace. Not the solution, hey, I always wanted to do this thing, always love. You know what? At the end of the day, I did not always want to do this right here. I'm doing it only because I was told to do it. Now, what I've discovered is that the more and more I talk to people, the more I understand that people having a hard time with this thing called Account for Your Life. So even though, my numbers are low, but you know what? One day you'll look up and say, Jay was an overnight success. Absolutely. Because you know what? It kept showing up. I realized I had to get better. And that's what I'm doing. So number one, set your intention. So it says, for which of you in Luke 14, we can go back to that real quick. Luke 14, go back to that. Luke 14, verse 28. For which of you intending to build a tower? So that's the first thing. What is your intention? Number two, it says, sitteth not down first. What does that mean? What is your vision? What is your vision for your business, right? If you're a business owner, but here's the thing. I would say, what is your vision for your life? Because here's the thing. Your business fits into your life. What is your vision? Look, if you do not have your vision set, and I'm going to tell you, when I started business 20 years ago, I did not have a vision. Now, I had an idea, and I said, I'm just going to provide accounting services. That was my intention. My vision was, hey, I'm going to be a millionaire. The millionaire is not going to be a good enough vision to actually make something good happen in the marketplace. No one cares. Everyone cares about themselves, right? Everyone cares about themselves. And if everyone cares about themselves, then I have to provide something that people care about. People have to care about something. So what is your vision? If you are attempting to go into business, and number one, you set your intentions. Number two, you set your vision. What is your vision? And then, so when you think about the vision, world's most successful accounting organization, helping people to account for their life, right? So I realized that life was more important than business. That's why account for your life is so much important than account for your business, because the business owner is the one who the business owner that has a life is the one who runs the business. So we got to set the life up first, right? We've got to set the life up first so that the life can fuel the business. If the life doesn't fuel the business, then what happens is the business, even if the business has success, that life will be a failure. We do not want the life to be a failure. We would like the life to be the success so that the business becomes more than it could be. Right? So what is your vision? And then let's finish up this. Let me share this one more time, and then we're going to be done. I'm going to share that one more time so we can get you number 3 and then get you out of here. So lastly, it says, sitteth not down first and counteth the cost. So what is your vision? And number 3, have you counted the cost? Not how much money you're going to make, but have you counted the cost? See, here's the big this is probably the biggest problem. People don't count the cost. Right now, people are starting real estate businesses. People are starting coaching businesses. People are going to the hair businesses. People are going to construction businesses. People are going to accounting businesses. People are going into service-based businesses, all sorts of software businesses, all sorts of businesses, medical businesses, engineering businesses, lawyer businesses, all the businesses you can think of, and no one's counting the actual cost. Some people, I'm not going to say no one, some people are counting the cost because some people say, you know, I need to know what's going to happen. I need to plan. I need to make sure I know before it happens, this is how it's going to happen. See, your vision sets you up for the cost, because once you have a vision, they're going to say, that's going to cost a lot of money. That's going to cost me time. And that's you know what? Time is your biggest asset. That's the one thing you probably need to count the cost on more than anything else. And that's something that I thought about. I said, you know what? In the book, Account for Your Life, building, I'm trying to remember the subtitle, but I can't remember. But I thought about this. I says, man, time is everything. Time is everything. Time, I'm going to say this again. Time is everything. I said, man, you know how when you get a job, my son, 16, he works at Chick-fil-A, and he has to clock in every day, right? He has to go in. You can't come in early because your time says get there at 4. So you need to be clocked in at 4. He works from 4 to 9. And you got to clock out at 9. And because what they're doing is they are measuring the cost. They are measuring how much time they are paying to individuals who work for them. And we're not asking you to give us more time. We're not asking you to give us less time. We're asking you to give us the time that we said that we asked you for. And they need to understand what that cost is. And they said, we're going to pay this one $12 an hour. That means that $12 an hour times 5 is $60 a day. So they can say, you know what? $60 a day is going to be the cost for every person at this level, the ones that's getting 5 hours, but this is our cost. We know exactly what our cost is. And if we don't know what the cost is, if we don't know what the time is, if we don't understand what we spend our time on, I'm going to tell you, this is big. I said, man, I have to really keep track of my time. Why? Because time helps me to understand my results. Like, man, I want to double what I've earned in 9 months in the next 3 months. I'm gonna say it again. I want to double what I've earned in the last 9 months, what I earned in the next 3 months. And so I said, I have to track my time. I have to understand what it's costing me not to get to my goal, right? Because when I catch myself, man, I watched a movie. Man, I shouldn't be watching no movies, and I got to be well. I should probably. Man, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I want to say that. I'm scared. Right? But here's the thing. It's important. It's important that we understand the cost of what it is that's taking away what it is that our visions are. It's important that we understand the cost of our intentions. See, guys, at the end of the day, at the end of that scripture, it says that and then when you count the cost, and then it says, see, when you count the cost, you understand if you're able to finish, if you're able to get to where you're going, if you can actually produce what it is. And as we close, I want you to think about something. Have you ever seen a building or a house or something that was being built that they started building it and they stopped? Have you ever seen that? I've seen that before. I've seen where, someone started building a house and what happened was they stopped building, especially like in 2007, 2008, when people's money ran out and their loans got called in and they didn't have enough money to finish the construction that they started. I was like, man, what happened? They didn't count the cost. Their intentions weren't set correctly. Their vision was a little off, and they reaped exactly what they put into that, which is failure, imminent failure. Then someone else who was prepared, someone else who had already been waiting and counted the costs and looked for opportunities, came in and paid less than they would have paid because they didn't count the cost. Now they got to reap the benefits. Listen, you don't want your business to be one of these businesses where people say, man, you started that business, man, and man, it never worked out, did it? You don't want that to happen. You want to be able to say, you know what? I started my business. I got laid off. I got laid off in 2001. And you know what? To this day, I've not taken a job. We've worked full time. And in the process, my wife, who had just under a six-figure job, had free benefits for our kids to go to school for free at Georgetown University, help all the stuff that you can imagine. We had it all. That opportunity brought her home. I'm going to say it again. That opportunity brought her home, and we now work together. And we don't miss it. We don't miss it. We have more than what we had then. And that's because one day the intention got set. The next day the vision got laid. And lastly, we realized the cost of not bringing her home was a bigger cost to our family. So guys, if you would like to account for your life, set your intentions, set your vision, and know the cost. Guys, don't forget that the Account for Life podcast is here for you. Make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe if you're on YouTube to our channel, because we're looking to get to, we got to get to 1,000 people on YouTube. Please like and share this so that we can continue to make an impact in your life and in other people's life around the world. God bless you, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, listening friends. We are so glad you invested this time with us. Always remember, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.